have
Fly.
we don't actually have, we're not a business, we're not a charity, we're not an organization.
That's right.
So Desert Bus is a conglomeration of a bunch of people, some of them in Loading Ready Run, some not, some formerly of Loading Ready Run, some currently, some have never had really much to do with Loading Ready Run at all.
Guys and ladies,
Yeah, and so we don't have our own computers. I mean, like the Desert Bus doesn't own any computers. They're all computers that we've brought here. So you're asking about computers. There's a Mac laptop that's been in a box for like 7 years that's being used for the bus.
It's actually a black MacBook. Do you remember when those existed? In 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love the black MacBook because there was nothing different between the black MacBook and the white black
$100
but it cost $100 more because it was black.
Really?
Wow. It was awesome.
Yep.
Oh, Apple.
Yeah.
So Apple.
There's the iMac that is currently DB Command, I believe is the secondary computer for Loading Ready Run. It used to be the primary computer, but they got a new one and then it's replaced. There is the computer that Ashton uses is a behemoth of a PC, this giant water-cooled tower that he brings from Vancouver and sets up here. And actually, a funny story, after the pre-show, he went home to go get some sleep, and I was messing around with stuff, and I unplugged his computer.
Oh dear.
Because, the pre-show was over. And he came in the morning, and he was like, who unplugged my computer? I was like, oh, I just did because I was moving some stuff around. I was like, I thought something was broken. I've been trying to telnet into it all night.
No! Never unplug the remote machine.
No, it was a bad idea, bad Johnny. But the main computer we use for, and as you can see, a bunch of laptops, and they're mostly all laptops owned by the people who are using them. But the main computer is a Mac Pro 12-core, 36 gigabyte, ridiculous Mac tower that has a Blackmagic SDI capture card, a Capture Dual, I believe, is what's in there. There's not a lot actually custom built on that. It's just a really, really powerful Mac. Yeah. But yeah, nobody else really has. There's no computers that are Desert Bus computers, actually. They are just computers that we are using right now for Desert Bus. This happens all the time. We'll be talking about something that would be really, really useful for Desert Bus, and then we realize, but nobody would use it for the rest of the year. Like I talked about, like these cameras that we're renting here. We're renting one of these cameras, and they cost like $1,500 to $2,000 to rent a camera for this time period. It would cost $3,000 to buy one new. So we managed to get them for a slightly discounted deal, but it's like, well, why don't we just buy one? It's, well, what would we do with it for the rest of the year? I was like, even Loading Ready Run actually owns 2 of them, and they barely use them throughout the year, right? Like they don't get used a lot except for Desert Bus. And they get I'm sure, by far, the hours put on them are put like 95% of the hours put on these cameras are Desert Bus.
Yep.
So owning 3 of them or 4 of them would just be ridiculous. But yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you like spinach?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I don't like cooked spinach or spinach on burgers or anything, but spinach salads are okay.
Can I have somebody bring down